I walk to the treadmills and start one up. The place is pretty empty this early. I like that. I still don't feel comfortable at a gym.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sinsations. Last time, it's been a long time since I've recorded, so I kind of forget what happened, but I think we were just at the pool with Gluttony, and so we decided to work out in the meantime while he was still training. Not much has happened in this route except working out, and we had a little fun in his shower, and we worked out before that too. It's a lot of working out and watching him eat, so let's get into it.
Gluttony's advice for staying active even with sore muscles does seem to work. I noticed my stiffness disappearing, even just walking slowly.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, hello, cute random character.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just thinking. I don't mind.
Wait, join me what? We're at a gym. These are usually, like, solo machines. What do you want?
Thanks.
The guy steps onto the treadmill and starts it. He has a similar body build to Gluttony. Maybe every guy here but me has a body like that. Dunno.
I mean, looking at Gluttony and looking at him, I think they have very different builds, but okay.
So, I'm Grant. Nice to meet you?
Ah, right. I'm Kosuke. Nice to meet you.
I have to say, I do have a thing for exotic guys.
Okay, well that's, racist? Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah. Running into a racist at the gym, it's what you do.
Haha, thanks.
So this doesn't seem to be an area you usually visit. What brings you here?
Just thank God we're not black. If we were black, he would already have his gun out.
Wow. Why's that, Grant? I don't look like a steroid user? Oh, just working out, I guess. What about you?
Oh, I'm just here for the swim team practice. I like to start out with a little run before swimming, though. Helps the joints decompress.
I see. That's cool. I'm just here trying to get a little more fit.
I see. I can help you get more fit. I don't mean to brag, but my body speaks for itself. What do you think?
Well, maybe.
Maybe?
This guy is pushy. I'm, not sure. John Anderson is helping me, so I'm not sure how much help I'll need.
That's so. How do you know John?
Oh, we just met. I don't know him super well.
But we're totally gonna smash later.
Grant looks at me while he runs. He appears to be struggling with something he wants to say.
That's cool. John is a great guy. In fact, we've been on a few dates.
I didn't ask.
I'm startled to hear this. John is dating this guy? Oh, dates? You're his boyfriend?
I'm not yet. We've been sort of on and off. I'm hoping to get more serious soon.
I don't really know what to say to that. I feel like this guy is trying to shut down anything with me and Gluttony.
Why are we even still talking to him?
Huh? Cool.
Yeah, going to ask him on another date soon and let him know. Maybe after practice.
Translation. So don't interfere. And that's cool.
Cool. Well, good talking with you. I better get over to practice.
That was a bizarre interaction. I still have a bit of time before swim practice ends, but I don't really need to kill any more time. What should I do?
Explore planets. We'll ask Gluttony about joining the practice. I guess we can ask him.
I decide to just head back to the pool, to wait out the rest of the practice. The practice seems to be in full swing, with swimmers kicking and pulling their way through the lanes. I'm not sure what each lane is for. Maybe they're separated by capability? My theory is determined correct, as I see the far lane empty, and what appears to be all the senior and experienced swimmers, swimming in the lane closest to Gluttony. Makes sense. I think joining Gluttony's swim team would be a relief to the harsh workout routines of weightlifting and jogging, so I decide to ask Gluttony what I need to do to go about joining. Hey, John, I'm not a great swimmer, but if I wanted to join, what would I have to do?
You decided you wanted to join? That's awesome! It doesn't matter if you're experienced or not. I'll help guide you. These guys can coach themselves for a little bit. Let's go get you a swimsuit.
We walk out to the Planet Swole shop, where there's a variety of workout equipment, clothes, and accessories. In one corner, there's a small selection of swimsuits. Gluttony ushers me excitedly over to the corner and begins talking about the merits of the different styles.
So if you want to swim with the least drag, a Speedo is probably your best bet. Since you're just starting out, that may not be a consideration for you until you really start working on gaining speed.
Okay.
Over here we have jammers. They're designed for minimal drag as well, but they are form-fitting and longer than a Speedo. Lots of swimmers wear them. It looks pretty good.
I mean, he doesn't wear a Speedo. I mean, granted, I don't think I want to see him in a Speedo, but you don't wear it, so...
I see. I don't know if I've got the, muscles for that.
Aw, come on. I'd love to see you in one. You'll look great.
Oh.
Lastly,
Oops.
we have just a regular baggy swimsuit. These are my least favorite. They create a lot of drag, and they suction to your skin when you get out of the pool. Not the greatest, but the choice is up to you, really. What do you think?
Are these the regular swim trunks? They look very long, like swim pants. Or swim jorts? Is that what you call them? Alright, well, let's go with the little jammers.
Cool. Jammers are popular now. It's a good choice. Here's some goggles. You don't want to be swimming in a pool with water constantly in your eyes. The chemicals can irritate them.
Thanks.
I'll pay for these for you. It's the least I can do. So go ahead and change and I'll meet you back at the pool.
Great. I'll see you shortly. I walk to the men's locker room with my newly acquired swimsuit. I take off my clothes and hurriedly put on the jammer. It feels pretty good, fitting snugly around my body. I like it. I store my clothing in a locker and lock it via the nearby computer terminal. I walk out of the locker room and Gluttony is already in the pool waiting for me. He waves to me happily, and I walk down to the shallow end of the pool to talk to him.
Before we begin, we're gonna do just a couple stretches so you don't cramp up or anything. Just like yesterday, cross-arm stretches and back stretches. Stretch your feet and calves as well. Foot cramps are the worst.
And just to say again, how is the racist guy and Gluttony even on the same, like, how could Lust say that they're even the same? Like, what? Look at this. Gluttony is disgusting. I'm sorry. He is just bulging, and there's folds of muscles, and ugh.
I mimic his stretches while he's talking, and after a couple minutes we finish.
Alright, do you know any of the standard swimming strokes?
I know freestyle, and I've seen the other ones done, but swimming was never really my thing. I slowly lower myself into the pool, and it feels extremely cold. I inhale sharply as my body reacts to the temperature change. Holy shit.
Yeah, the pool is kept cooler during the morning practices to allow for harder workouts. Can't swim fast if you're in a hot tub.
I suppose so.
Okay, so you know freestyle. We'll just start there. I'll show you correct form, and then you can try it, and I'll correct your form.
Gluttony demonstrates correct freestyle form, standing up first, then slowly transitioning into the water. He's amazingly patient, and actually interested in educating people about things he likes. It's adorable in a way.
So, now that you've seen how it's supposed to go ahead and give it a try.
I slowly try swimming, trying to mimic what Gluttony just demonstrated. I'm very uncoordinated with it, and end up flailing around as I attempt it. My legs seem to work of their own accord, trying to keep me afloat. Gluttony comes over to me and puts his hand under my stomach to support my attempt.
Oh, I could have seen him in Speedos here. Well, whatever, I guess. You see, he doesn't look so bad right here, Gluttony, that is. It's just, why does his sprite have to be so revolting?
Try it a bit slower. More energy doesn't necessarily make your swimming smoother. It sometimes needs calm movement.
I take Gluttony's advice and just focus on breathing intervals and stroke form. With Gluttony holding me in place, my thrashing strokes become smoother. After a moment, he lets go, and I'm able to swim to the deep end of the pool with relative ease.
Very good. How does that feel? It's looking good for a beginner.
It feels good. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's really not. It's just getting used to something new.
Gluttony swims excitedly back to the shallow end, and I follow him. I'm a lot slower than he is, but he understands. He's waiting for me, grinning happily, when I get to the shallow end.
You're a natural. You'll be swimming circles around me soon.
Maybe if I add 50 pounds of muscle.
Well, that's an option too. I'm glad you're on the team. I know you'll enjoy it while you're here. So, I'm going to get out and help some of the other team members. You need to swim 8 more lengths. Stop in between if you need to rest, but that's your goal for today's practice.
8 lengths? I'm exhausted after 2.
Hey now, no arguing with your coach.
Gluttony winks at me and hauls himself easily out of the pool. I'm not really exhausted, just sore and unused to the amount of physical activity from the past day. I determine I'm gonna finish the goal Gluttony set for me, and I push off the shallow end wall to get started. Maybe it's just because of the soreness, but it took me way longer to finish 8 lengths than I thought it would. By the time I finished, the practice was over. Yeah, over. It's a little embarrassing, but Gluttony was happy and thoroughly impressed that I finished it. I spent considerable time resting in between. My breathing management definitely needs some work. I've gotten out of the pool now and walk over to Gluttony, who's finished up talking to a couple swimmers. I enjoy that Gluttony seems to be well liked by the team. Gluttony's a hard person not to like, actually. He's just so nice.
Yeah, he's also kind of vanilla and boring, though.
Hey, Kosuke, how was your first day as a Planet Swole Piranha?
I ache.
That's good. Means you're building endurance. Kosuke, this is Grant. He's one of the veteran swimmers here.
Okay. Glad to know that you've considered dating a racist.
The man from the treadmills is here. I don't know whether or not to pretend we haven't met, so I just pretend we haven't.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, Grant's been here for a while. He's a great swimmer. Gonna do awesome tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get going. Have to rest up for tomorrow's competition. See you around.
Grant glares hatefully at me momentarily, then walks past. Gluttony doesn't notice. He's waving goodbye to a couple women. He couldn't be that threatened by me, could he? I get the impression he immediately disliked me, once he knew I was interested in Gluttony. I guess I'll ask Gluttony more about him another time.
He's gonna call ICE on us to get us deported. Oh my god, and we don't have any identification documents. Oh god, because we've been reborn. Well, I guess that's it then.
So, how about a shower and then lunch? I'm starving.
I'm interested. What do you have in mind?
I don't know. What do you have in mind? I eat everything, so I'm game for everything.
I was thinking about something casual, like burgers. Know any good burger places?
I do. There's a place called Hunk of Meat about 2 miles from here. We can walk there and work up a nice appetite. The burgers are, oh my god, they're to die for. Juicy, thick, it's like heaven on earth.
I almost snort at Gluttony's description, since I know he's also a deadly sin. That sounds great. Let's get changed and head over there.
Yes, I can taste it already.
We walk to the locker room. Gluttony randomly high-fives someone on the way. He seems to be in a great mood. His good moods are contagious as well. I find myself being in a great mood just because I'm around him. After a quick change, we exit Planet Swole and start walking to Hunk of Meat. Gluttony walks slowly, chatting excitedly about random swim techniques. I nod as he walks, but my mind is focused on Grant and his weird hostility.
Oh my god, why are we still thinking about him?
There's a short lull in our conversation. What should I ask Gluttony about?
Well, okay, I guess.
So, Grant seemed like he knew you better than other people on the team do. Is he an old friend?
I guess you could say that. We went on a couple of dates before I decided he wasn't what I was looking for. He's a nice guy, though. I'm just not looking for what most people do.
Oh? What was he looking for?
Well, he was looking for a quick progression to sex. I told him up front I wasn't looking for hookups. Even after I told him that, he pressured me a lot on our second date. I don't feel good about it, so I said no to a third date. Pretty simple, to be honest.
But, honey, this is a BL van. You gotta, you don't have long before you drop those pants. I'm sorry to tell you.
Oh, I see.
Those
But he stayed on the
shorts.
team anyway?
Drop those
He
shorts.
seemed okay with you when you were talking to him.
I think he hopes something can still happen between us, but there has to be something else in the relationship than just physical attraction, you know? Something to give it some spice and flavoring.
Well, I can honestly tell you there's no physical attraction between us, so I think that means we're off to a good start.
Something you can really sink your teeth into?
Exactly. Are you making fun of me?
No, not at all.
Well, I probably don't seem super smart just based on appearances. That whole jock stereotype and stuff. But I know relationships tend to last if you have compatibility outside of physical attraction. And that's what I want. Dating can be very tiring, especially casual dating. It takes away too much time from other important things.
I hear you.
Yeah, I just want a guy that's cool with what I do, likes my dog, and isn't demanding with my time. And also isn't just looking to get into my pants.
Never.
Respectable.
What about you? What do you want in a relationship? Sorry if this is a little too deep of a question.
No, it's a good question. I'd like a relationship that lasts as well. I think it's important to have passion for a relationship to last. That way, someone isn't making you the focus of their life. They have their own things to pursue, and you're a complement to their life. I think that's more important than compatibility. Compatibility is good and helps, but if people respect each other and have passion, I think that helps more.
I think it's a valid point. Sort of like your life is a bowl of noodles. You can choose to add sauce, but add too much sauce and it spoils the dish.
Exactly.
I like it. Good to know. We're getting close to the restaurant. Time to switch the conversation to something just as important. What will we be eating?
Is it really so good?
It really is. They have different types of buns, meats, you name it. I like their barbecue burger. They even have a burger that has 2 donuts as the
Ew.
buns. I'm not proud of it, but I've tried it.
I'm sure you are proud of it. You're gluttony. What the hell?
That sounds like it would give you a terrible stomach ache.
Yeah, I had to try it though. I'm always open to new culinary adventures.
We arrive at Hunk of Meat, and it's a small restaurant with clean, modern decor. Gluttony is practically drooling. We walk inside, and it's casual service style. You walk up to the counter and order, and they bring it to your table. I look over the menu and decide on just a classic burger. I know I'll like it, and I'm not as adventurous as Gluttony is.
They also have great milkshakes, just so you know. I'm gonna get one, so feel free to order one for yourself. It's an American tradition, milkshakes and burgers.
A teenager stands behind the counter to take orders and glances at us lazily.
You guys ready to order?
Oh, look at that little cutie. He's so thin.
Yup. I'll have the barbecue burger and go ahead and add an extra burger patty on it. Extra barbecue sauce as well. Extra cheese on a wheat bun.
No extra bun?
I'll have 2 orders of onion rings, 3 orders of french fries, mozzarella sticks, and a chocolate milkshake. That should do it. What do you want, Kosuke?
Holy shit. I'll have a classic burger and a vanilla milkshake.
Great. Total is $38.50.
Gluttony hands the cashier a credit card and finishes
Wait,
paying.
that's it? $38.50? I don't know. The prices in this are... What is this, year 2000? How are you not being charged an arm and a leg for this?
Thank you. We'll bring out the food as soon as it's ready.
Thanks a bunch.
We walk away from the counter and find a booth to sit at. Hunk of Meat is surprisingly well maintained for a casual diner. Everything from the floor to the tables to the countertops is clean.
So, were you seriously going to come to the competition tomorrow? You don't have to if you're not interested.
Of course I'll be there. I've never been to a swim competition before, and it's the weekend, so I've got plenty of time to kill.
Sweet! We'll get you competing in them one day soon, I'm sure of it.
Unlikely. I'm not super into competition. That's why I like art. Everyone has their own style, and it's hard to compare them. It's not a physical contest where genetics can play a big role.
True, I'm not super competitive, but it's important to try to push your personal best, regardless of other people's ability. It would be like you were happy drawing stick figures and stayed drawing stick figures your whole life. That would not be your personal best, and you wouldn't feel very accomplished from it.
I feel very accomplished whenever I finish a stick figure.
Nope, but I can draw some really detailed stick figures.
I bet.
But I get what you're saying. I'd like to push myself more physically. It can be hard to stay motivated sometimes, though.
Don't worry. Stick around me long enough, and you'll always have the motivation.
The waiter brings out our milkshakes and places them on the table. Gluttony's eyes light up like a child on Christmas Day.
Speaking of motivation, these milkshakes are so good. If this place had nothing else, I'd still come here for the milkshakes.
I sip the milkshake, and it's thick, topped with whipped cream. Just as expected, it's delicious. I'm pretty sure I can just trust the deadly sin of gluttony to be able to recommend good food. Gluttony sips his milkshake and picks it up like a wine snob examining a glass of wine.
Yes, full-bodied, strong aftertaste, wonderful finish.
Do you want a strong aftertaste? I've never found myself ever thinking that what's a food needed was a strong aftertaste. I've never found that lacking. I don't think I like aftertaste at all.
Is it a good year?
Yes, quite a good year.
While Gluttony talks, the waiter returns with our burgers and sides. He places everything he was able to carry on the table, and then returns to the kitchen, and places the rest of the food in front of Gluttony. Gluttony looks happy seated behind his mountain of food, and immediately starts pouring ketchup and other condiments on his variety of sides. I take a bite of the burger, and it is delicious. The burger and milkshake are so packed with calories, I doubt I can finish them. Gluttony downs several orders of sides in the time it takes me to eat through half my burger. I have to say, he's definitely efficient at eating.
So, what do you think? Do you like it?
It's great. How's your food?
You must have so much diarrhea constantly.
Oh, it's so good.
So, have any plans for tonight?
Well, I usually take Ganny to the dog park for a little bit. But other than that, not really. Want to stay over again? I'm enjoying your company.
Awesome, because I don't have money.
Thanks. I enjoy your company too. And I'd love to stay over again. Maybe we can watch a movie or something after we take Ganny to the park.
That sounds good. What types of movies do you like?
Action, adventure, comedy. I'm not too difficult to please.
I like action movies, sports movies, romance, and horror. Maybe we can watch an action one tonight, since we both like that. I have a subscription to Chill Flicks, so we can watch a movie that's pretty new. We'll take a look when we get back.
I nod and we continue eating. I'm full after a few minutes, and Gluttony has devoured all the sides he's ordered, and his milkshake. He's saved his burger for last, like it's his dessert.
And now for the main course.
Gluttony lifts the burger up, inhales deeply and bites into it. A moment later the burger is gone, and Gluttony sits happily licking his fingers.
I like to think of food as an art, and I'm a huge connoisseur.
You could even say a glutton.
Food definitely can be art. There's a lot of expensive restaurants that thrive on the presentation of their food and drinks.
Yeah, but I'm talking about taste. Give me quantity over fancy any day.
We walk out of Hunk of Meat. I'm exhausted from the level of physical activity, the huge meal, and the Vegas heat. I feel my energy depleting as we walk back towards Gluttony's apartment to retrieve Ganny. Hey, John, I'm feeling very tired. Would it be alright to crash at your place while you take Ganny to the park? I don't think I'll have the energy.
No problem at all. I'll grab Ganny and take him to the park and you can rest a bit.
Awesome, thanks. We arrive back at Gluttony's apartment, and Ganny excitedly gets up to greet us as we walk in. Gluttony gives him a few ruffles and goes to grab his leash.
Are we gonna pleasure ourselves again while he's gone? But somehow he'll know and he'll get unhappy about it.
Alright, have a good nap. I'll be back in a few hours. I think I'm gonna stop by the pet store and pick Ganny up more food. He's such a good boy and needs more food.
Sounds good. Thanks for letting me nap.
Of course. Come on, Ganny. Let's let Kosuke get some beauty rest.
Gluttony and Ganny leave the apartment. He locks it, and I hear them leave. I'm exhausted and go sit on the couch. Now that they're gone, I could do anything. What should I do?
I don't want him to... I can't resist. I couldn't find anything when I was snooping in Greed? No. Envy's apartment. I feel like I may have just got unlucky and chose the wrong thing, but let's snoop.
I decide to look around Gluttony's apartment, specifically his bedroom. I'm curious to find out more about him. As I walk to his bedroom, I feel a pang of guilt for breaking his trust.
I feel nothing.
There's a knock at Gluttony's door, and it makes my heart jump. Gluttony wouldn't knock, and I don't know anyone who would be coming here. So, I'll just ignore it. Besides, I'm snooping. I push aside my misgivings and walk into his room. His bedroom is neat. His bed is made, and there's a picture of Gani, and what I assume were his parents on his dresser. All of Gluttony's pictures are so happy. Brings a smile to my face. Gluttony really has a good disposition. It's rare to find someone like him these days. Someone so unconcerned with the world. So focused on his own part in it. So content. I spot a journal laying on his nightstand next to his bed. Unable to control my curiosity, I decide to read the most recent entry.
He keeps a journal. Are you gonna read this or should I read this? I don't want to read it, then you read it.
Guilt washes over me for prying into Gluttony's inner thoughts. I hastily put the journal back where I found it and exit his bedroom.
Okay, I'm gonna literally I'm gonna save. Do I need to save? Not really, but I'm gonna replay so I can read that. Because usually, I'm stupid enough. Usually, let's just load. What am I doing? Usually, I'm stupid enough to go ahead
I walk to the treadmills and start one up. The place is pretty empty.
Can you please skip? I'm stupid enough to effing
to
read that whole thing out, and then it turns out that the character is about to read it himself. So
Cool.
You know, I'm stupid.
So
is the point.
Grant seemed like he knew you better than other people on the team do.
There's no choice, so
Yeah.
it's not going to
I look over
automatically
the-
stop, is it? Eesh.
Thanks a bu-
He locks it,
Alright,
and I
what
hear
am I
them
saying?
leave.
Am I stupid?
I'm
There's no
exhausted and go
choice.
sit on the couch.
Obviously,
Now
there's
that
a
they're
choice.
gone, I could do... I decide to look
Damn,
around
I'm
Gluttony's
stupid.
apartment. There's a knock. I push aside all of Gluttony's pictures. I spot a journal laying
Alright.
on his nightstand next to his bed. Unable to control my curiosity, I decide to read the most recent entry.
Alright, what are we looking at here? Thursday, 10:30. I ran into a guy today. His name's Kosuke. He randomly asked me out, and I was too surprised to say no. Okay, well, don't phrase it like that. We worked out together, and it was great. To have someone to talk to during a workout. He didn't seem interested in having sex until we hit the shower. Bro, I'm sorry. I accidentally used my lust powers on you. I normally don't like when people want sex straight out, but I can look past that. When you're all pumped up from a workout, it can be difficult to control. He seems like a really sweet guy. Most people just openly flirt and talk about sex. He seems different than that. Oh my god. Like, hello, you little puritanical, born-again Christian. What do you want? I'm definitely going to give him a chance. After all, he had all the courage to ask me out. It takes courage to ask someone out. Why are your sentences like 6 words long maximum? And I respect that. He's an artist. He's already shown that he cares by drawing a new logo for the swim team. I really appreciated it. Who knows? Maybe this one's a keeper. Alright.
Guilt washes over me for prying into Gluttony's inner thoughts. I hastily put the journal back where I found it and exit his bedroom. I decide to go to sleep on the couch like I told Gluttony I would. I feel like an awful person for snooping, but Gluttony's happy journal entry fills me with warmth anyway. I feel good about how the relationship is progressing.
I feel good about violating trust.
I lay on the sofa and spread out the blanket. Happily, I fall asleep.
I mean, whatever gets the job done, you know? Whatever you gotta do so you can feel warm and fuzzy inside. Who cares about the other person?
Gluttony and Gani coming back wakes me from my peaceful nap. I feel sore still, but it's not too bad.
Well, I suspect we won't be sleeping together tonight. Or, I mean, again, it's a BLVN. It has to happen eventually. Well, you don't have long, Gluttony. But that's where I'm gonna end this episode for today. I don't know if we'll sleep with him in the next video, but we can cross our fingers. We'll see that bulging slab of meat on top of us, plowing into us, but I'm not holding my breath. Anyway, I'd like to thank all my patrons that support me at the 8 tier or above, and their names are Blue Lagoon, Hooray is My Way, Jesse Olson, and NQS. So thank you guys, and I thank all my patrons for supporting me on Patreon and making it possible for me to play games like this on my channel. So when we come back in the next video, we will be working out more, possibly watching him eat more. Maybe we'll run into the racist guy again. That'll be fun. Bye, guys.